Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, and non-binary persons, to the second Influenza RPG Actual play. Today we will play a theater called North Under the Silent Stars. I will just introduce the theater, and after we begin the play. Far in the north is a village, said to be the last one before the ice. Its inhabitants live in perpetual winter. Nights last 10 months, and no one prays to the sun, too weak to grant any wishes. How can one survive between two curses of the forest and the frost, if not by taking refuge in obsessions to avoid thinking about the limit, the place where the forest stops, and the old legends of the past live? Okay, so Côme,
hey, nice to be back.
if you want to be the focus player for this very first turn.
Sure. Okay. So, all right, I'll begin directly by rolling a die to have a theme, and then I'll see what I can do. So I roll a 1, which is obsessions, which is in keeping with what you just said. Okay, so it's morning in the village. The night has been especially cold last night. There were a lot of winds howling, and I really didn't sleep well. I'm very tired. Plus, it's been a while since we ate anything of value. We just ate small animals and meager vegetables in the last days. So I'm tired, I'm hungry, and I'm probably not the only one in the village. All of that to explain that when I get up and get outside to go to my usual teaching lesson with Shaman Reindeer. No, Shaman Bear is my master, and is teaching me how to become more like him, more wise and more stronger, and wiser. And on the way to Shaman Bear's place, which is to the north of the village, I don't completely realize it, but I begin to make some strange noises, some cries, some sounds, very animal-like, and I, after a while, I realized what I'm doing, and instead of stopping, I find that these sounds are very soothing, very calming. So I continue to do them, maybe with more and more strength, actually. And so that's going to be my first sentence, which is going to be something like, I want to express myself like an animal more and more.
Nice. I would ask you just a question. You are in the process of transforming into an animal, this is something weird. Maybe you want to take some advice, and you know that Shaman Wolf is a person of good advice because she is the wisdom
Well,
incarnated.
I think for now, it's not something that worries me. For right now, maybe it's going to in the process of play. But
Nice.
I think right now, because I'm not in my usual state, because I'm tired and hungry, I don't really think about it. I think about it more like like a ritual to calm me down during a difficult time. But we'll see. I will see, but I will probably end up visiting Shaman Owl.
Okay.
Anyway, I go to the cave of Shaman Bear. And of course, if one of you wants to play Shaman Bear, you're perfectly welcome to.
Would you like to play him or her or their Orane?
Yeah, sure.
So I have the people listening probably know, but I rarely have any preconceptions about the characters I involve in Inflorenza. So you can play Shaman Bear any way you like. There's no problem for me. So I walk you to the cave and I call Shaman Bear. I'm here for my daily lesson.
So Shaman Birds comes to you. Shaman Birds is really strange because it looks like a small kid, but when he speaks that it's not a kid. Well,
Okay.
he is full of good advice and he wants to help people, and no kid could be so good actually to do what he does. But yeah, that's right.
And while Shaman Bear walks up to me, I don't completely realize it, but I'm still kind of making a song of bird sounds. Actually, I'm but a little, absent-mindedly. I'm not completely realizing what I'm doing. And I say, I try to be, in an optimistic tone. I say, all right, so what's my lesson for today, Master? What do I have to do?
I see you're singing like the birds today.
Oh, that's right. I didn't realize, but that calms me down actually. I hope that's all right.
Oh yeah, sure, that's all right. Maybe there is something I could show you today. They say that I can talk to polar bears.
Yes, of course. Everyone knows that.
Maybe it's time to you to learn to do this.
Oh, really? That would be such an honor.
I think you will end in a stomach over there.
So Shaman Birds is leading you outside of the tent, and to the end of the village, maybe to the forest.
Yeah, I was sorry. I should have mentioned that in my mind he was actually living. He was already living outside the forest, like in a small cave, like maybe 10 minutes outside the village or something.
Okay. So it is the case.
Yeah.
And he leads you to the woods, but a little. It seems like you're going north. But these eyes, nobody's supposed to go there. But it seems like you're going there to the Iceland.
Okay, so in this case, I'm a little nervous, and I think I can't completely hide my nervousness. I don't say anything, but I'm not quite comfortable about the situation.
You're not singing like a bird again. Don't worry.
Yeah, no, sorry. It's just that it's north is I just don't like going there. But I'll do it. I'll do it. I'm not afraid.
Mm. He smiles a bit and go far north. And after a few times, the trees start to be smaller, and you feel like you're gonna leave the forest.
And what will I find there?
Well, the bears, of course.
And what should I do with the bears? Should I talk to them?
I can talk to them. I think you can be like them.
Be like the bear.
He, he stopped working when you can see that there is no trees in front of you, and there is a one polar bear. You don't know why you couldn't see it before, but it's there in front of you and Shaman Bear. And
So I approach very well. I don't approach actually. I think I stay behind Shaman Bear. I'm quite nervous, and I think by this time it's really impossible to hide the fact that I'm really afraid of what's going on. And at the same time, I find this bear very attractive in a way. It's a bizarre word to use for bear, but there's something about his majestic appearance that really appeals to me.
The beast sometimes is calm and sometimes is growling.
And I think, if that's all right with you, I'll probably end here with a sort of cliffhanger.
Okay.
So that means that I'm going to end without a conflict for now, because I don't feel quite all right jumping into a conflict with just one sentence. So I'm going to roll the die for my second sentence, which is 12, meaning flesh. Well, that's exactly what I've just been describing. So that's perfect. I'm going to say something about the polar bear's majesty appeals to me. Yeah. And so yeah, I'm going to just I slowly approach the bear, like with my hand in front of me, like I'm going to pet its fur, and I stop there.
Nice.
Maybe the next term I'm going to start inside the bear's stomach, but we'll see.
Can you remind me your goal sentence?
Yeah, I want to express myself like an animal more and more.
Okay, nice.
So that's it for me.
Nice.
okay, so I'm gonna follow.
Yeah, thanks.
Well, myself, I wake up near Red Mouse, this young boy. He's everything for me. I think he's beautiful and uh, he's awesome. I'm just gonna roll my dice to see what I'm going to. Okay, so 8. It's her. And Red Mouse, this boy I'm waking up next to, he has really always things to do. He always want to do things, to move. He's always in movement, and I don't really know why or what appeals him. I'm more calm, I guess. I know he's gonna do a lot of things his in his day, but I'm not like this. Uh, uh, I love the calm. So a few weeks ago, uh, they named me um, they named me uh, shepherd of the reindeers. So all day, I sit near the reindeers. I look that they have something to eat where they are. I can move them, but I pass almost all my day there, just waiting to. I don't know. And I don't want something to happen actually. I'd rather just wait and the day be over like the others. I think it's pretty annoying for Red Mouse, but he loves me as I love him, and even if we are really different, it's working. So today, like all the other day, I will have all my reindeers around me, in a small place in the wood. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait and hope nothing happens. Well, that's not what happened this day. Uh, I was just looking at the deers, thinking to myself, when something get out of the wood. It was a big animal. Uh, I hadn't seen one before, but I think it was a bear, a polar bear. And all
The
the rest,
sled dog is barking.
yeah. Sled dog is barking, and all the reindeer seems to I don't know, they're in fear. I can see. Um, they are afraid of the beast, and they start running in a direction. And I don't know what to do in this time. The uh, I don't want the reindeer to be lost, and I don't know if it's attacking us, but I can't let the reindeers just go in the forest. So I run after them. And I try to call for help. Uh,
So what's your first sentence, by the way? I think I missed it.
mm, I just said the number. The number is 8.
Oh, sorry.
Heard, but oh, it's 9. Okay, it's 9.
Yeah, 9. I heard it's 9.
Oh, okay. I rolled an 8. I just failed. Okay, it's okay. So society.
Or we can. Or, I don't know.
Oh, it's okay.
Thomas, you're the game creator. Do you allow for a little
No, it's okay.
change of number?
It can okay because you
Yeah.
you made you made it all with a 9, and so
Yeah, it would be
I
too
think you can
complicated
follow with a 9, because all your story is talking about herds.
Yeah, that's why, because I thought it was okay. Okay, let's say I did a 9. So my sentence is gonna be, I want a big village with a lot of reindeers, and where everyone can live uh, with them and from them.
I think you will be kind of disappointed.
Okay, I'm just writing it down.
So the polar bear just frightened the herd, and so your reindeers are going in different sides of the forest. Did I well understood? Oh,
I thought that they go in the same sides, like away from the polar bear. But
okay, nice. And so you're just run after your reindeers.
yep.
And what happens to Red Mouse?
The red mouse is not there.
Yeah, for me, he was not there, but
okay.
Yeah,
Nice.
it's like he's like living his life.
In the
And
village.
yeah, exactly. I'm sure we'll see him very soon.
yeah. So I called for help with this beast. I'm pretty sure he pursues us, but I can see them in the. I can't see it in the woods. So I called the dog and I tried to regroup the deers.
Okay.
And maybe I'll stop there.
Just like you want. So, do you want to end without a conflict?
Yes, without a conflict, I think.
Yeah, it's the best strategy, trust me.
Sometimes ending the first turn with a conflict is quite suicidal, but it could be interesting because maybe as I am the Shaman Wolf, I can help you
Well, in this
against
case, not like
against the bear, something like that.
you'll do a conflict on your turn and see what happens.
Yeah. Would I dare? I don't know.
Now I'm gonna end without a conflict, I think.
Okay, nice.
And I'm rolling a 12.
It's flesh.
Flesh.
Yeah, that's the one I got.
Well, in the running, I was hurt by the branches on the trees, and it looks like it's some claw marks, but it's not.
Okay.
And claw marks on your arm, you mean?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Okay. I can follow if you want.
Yeah, sure.
So this is in a clearing outside of a village, deep into the forest. And deep into this forest of oaks and birches, we, you can see trees over and over just to the end of your vision. And in this clearing, there is a lake. It is a frozen lake. Under the black sky, the stars are sullen. There is only a very few lights in the sky, because we are just in the middle of the 10 months night, and so sky is just this big picture of darkness. There is no moon, and maybe the only light comes from the snow. I dig a hole in the ice, and I plunged into the cold water. I am naked. I left my shaman mask, so it is very important that nobody sees me, because it is forbidden to see me without my mask.
Sorry, so you're one of the shamans?
I am one of the shamans.
Okay.
I am Shaman Wolf. I am a young woman. My face used to be covered with memory tattoos, but when you become a shaman, you must forget your ancient life, and so my tattoos have been carved to the flesh. and so my face is just red. And I am swimming in this cold, cold, cold water, so I can't forget no more. This is my personal obsession, the obsession of coldness. And I am swimming. This is so cold and deadly, and I am feeling alive. I am so close to hypothermia, and nobody is there to help me if there is any problem or any predator in the water. And I get a vision. Oh, so maybe it's time to write my goal sentence. So I roll the theme dice. I obtain a 5 animism. Okay, nice. I want to continue the rituals of killing. I am the killer. Murder is just spilling into my veins. So strong. I think myself as the strongest person of the village. And without myself, I think everybody could die. Because I am the only possible protector against the bears, against the Orla.
Hey, what do you have against the bears?
Ha! We will see. And I am swimming. I am close to death because it's so cold. And I see a reindeer covered with silver garments. And it is in the water. It is speaking to me. And night is going on. Stars are shifting away. When after when after when, and sun will never come back no more. Because of the killing. Stop killing animals, and maybe the sun will come back. And I don't have the time to tell something to the reindeer. Because at this moment, someone is grabbing me outside the cold water. Saving my life, but breaking the law. Do you have any idea of which this person could be? Maybe it's another PC or NPC that we introduced during the preparation.
Yeah, why not Cunning Crow, the old man who is dying and who decided to retreat from the village, and so since he's going to die, he doesn't care if he's breaking the law.
Okay. Oh, great. So Cunning Crow is traveling to the north, huh? That's right?
Yes.
Because he thinks that he's getting old, and
Yeah,
his time has come.
Yeah, exactly. He's becoming a burden for society. So he's decided to, even though it's not really the way people do it in the village, he's decided just to go die in the wild. So he's already breaking the law by living to die in the forest. So I think really helping you out of the lake is really not something serious for him.
You saved. He saved my life. My face is red and my skin is blue because of the cold. And tell him, you broke the law. I have to kill you.
If you're going to kill me, you'd better make it fast.
Okay.
I'm already dying.
If you die by yourself, this is not the law. What the law says. I must kill you with my own hands.
Well, in this case, if you try to kill me, I'll try too. I'm not going to die helpless. And you know,
Okay.
I might be old. I still have some strength in me.
Okay. I watch him with my wild eyes and I say, yeah, it's quite fair. I am trying to kill him with my naked hands. I would try to make a conflict because I am
Yes.
I am a reckless boy.
The wolf, you don't fear anything.
I have no fear. Okay.
What's the objective?
Oh, my objective is to kill the old man, so nobody knows my face and my.
And so, what's the counter objective in this case? Maybe if I can suggest something, I was thinking that maybe not only, of course, he survives, but also that he hurts you in the fight, like you get a wound of some sort.
I preferred something like that. He survives. He wins. He wins the battle, but he doesn't hurt me. He just goes away, and my conviction are cracking, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
I am starting to lose my my convictions.
Well, it's your turn, so you decide.
And so maybe nobody will know my secret, but in my head, the doubt is starting to go.
Yeah.
Okay, nice. So I have one dice because I want to continue the rituals of killing, and so I just trying to shock the whole man.
I think I'm going to ally with you on this one.
Okay, nice.
Because
thanks for your help.
Since I want to express myself like an animal more and more, it makes sense that I also follow this killing instinct in a way.
I thought maybe I could lie with him if it's possible.
With Cunning Crow, you mean?
With Cunning Crow, because
yeah,
we have the same name.
And so this is a dual conflict now. You can choose another counter of objective if you want.
Yeah, you just made yourself the enemy.
No, I'm gonna stick to this counter objective, I think.
Okay.
But yeah, I share a name with Cunning Crow, and even if I'm not there, I have faith that he will fight and he will survive.
You help him with your spirit.
Yeah.
The spirit of a crow.
That's it.
Nice. Okay. Which sentence do you involve? If you don't have any sentence that suits, I think it's possible. You can roll a 3 dice.
Okay, I'm gonna do this.
Okay, 3 dice for you, 1 dice for me, and 1 dice for Wild Cub.
Yeah, that's me.
Okay. Nice. Let's roll. Okay. I got sacrifice.
I got a 10. So you're just going to
So
kill my guy.
you got a suffering dice, but it is killed by the sacrifice. So just when sacrifice in our pool, in our common pool, and Orane, which
It's a 5.
5 is a suffering dice. So sacrifice is better than suffering, and so my team is winning. You lose. So I press my finger on the throat of Cunning Crow with so much strength that he become blue and he dies in peace. And you,
if I can just add something, I think you see him die in peace. I'm not sure that's completely the reality, but that's the way you see it.
I think that when my opinion is when I am killing somebody, he dies in peace because it's something that he was killed by the god themselves.
Yeah, well, we will see when you try to kill me. I'm not sure.
We will see. And so, Oran, you win a sentence of suffering. So you can write it on your character sheet with a new team roll.
Right, you have to roll the die once more.
Yeah, I did 12 again, so that's flesh.
Again.
So I'm gonna say I felt the pain of Cunning Crow when he died. I felt your hands against my throat, and I don't know it's you, but I don't know he was murdered. So the phrase is
you just feel the pain.
Yeah, I felt the pain of Cunning Crow dying.
Nice. Okay, so you write your sentence. I get a sacrifice dice, so this is serious business because it means that I will strike out a sentence. It means that if I strike out my only sentence, my character is out, and this is a pity because I do love her. I can give you I can give you this sacrifice dice. Oran, you can refuse because you were not my ally. But Côme, you must accept if I give you a sacrifice dice.
Yep.
Because you were my ally, and that is what I do because I want to keep my character.
Of course you do. So do I have to strike out, sorry, the sentence I used, or it can be
whatever?
Oh, whatever. Well, in this case, I think I'm going to strike out my second sentence about the polar bear. Maybe I thought the polar bear was friendly and nice, and it's not really the case anymore.
And
maybe he's being awakened by your own fury, like some kind of your anger has just traveled across and reached him in a way.
Okay, that's fine because when you strike out, it must be linked to the situation, and so it is nice. Côme, if you want to take the next turn.
Sure. Yeah. Okay, so let's see. So as I said, I approach my hand. I approach the bear, and I see something shift in his eyes. He looked quite friendly before, and suddenly he becomes wild, and he just jumps on me. And I run away. So I'm not even listening to Shaman Bear who's saying something like "Come back." He just wants to play.
And I just want to play with your head.
Yeah, I run away, and of course I run in fear, and so I don't pay attention to where I'm going. And after a while, I see that I'm lost in in the north of the forest.
So you're next to the ice floe, something like that?
Yeah, well, I'm probably next to one of you guys, either Red Mouse or Shaman Wolf. I mean, sorry, Slow Crow or Shaman Wolf. Sorry. And I just began to sob. You know, like I curl myself against a dead tree, and I try to make some animal sounds to calm me down, but it doesn't work. And so, and of course, in this part of the forest, there are no animals and there are no birds. So I just begin to cry very softly.
Do you want to?
Yeah, sure. Sorry, you were asking Thomas.
Oh yeah. Oh, okay. I think you can be near to me because I was in the woods.
Sure.
As you.
So just sorry. Let's say that I hear you approach, and of course I think it's another animal. So when you see me, you see that I'm in a position of defense in a way. I've got a part of a branch in my hand, and I'm really ready to strike you in case you attack me.
Okay, so I saw you like this, and I'm not really better actually. I have my eyes seems lost, and I have this like claw marks on my arms, and I feel like I have. It's difficult to inspire and to get here, and
So I approach you. I put down my branch, and I approach you and I say something like, "Oh, he got you too. The bear attacked you."
I don't know. I'm. Yeah, there was a bear, but something worse happened after this. Did you saw the bear?
Yeah, yeah. I saw him. Well, Shaman Bear told me he was friendly, but I'm not sure. We should hide somewhere. We should, you know. I think it's too dangerous for us. We should get some help. We should go to Shaman Owl. She'll know what to do.
Yeah, she know. And I'm following you, forgetting about my reindeers.
Well, if you're following me and I'm lost.
Oh, we are all lost.
Yeah, I think after a while, because I thought I was following you, and after a while I realized that you don't know the way either, and so we're both lost in the forest. And now it's even colder and darker than before.
And maybe the constellations are so thin that you can't follow them, something like that.
Yeah. So I think I'm going to do a simple conflict. And the objective is going to be that we find a way to Shaman Owl's place. Where does she live again? In a tree in the south. Yeah. And so the counter objective is that we get so lost that we have to probably sleep outside or it's going to be really physically dangerous for us. Like maybe we get very cold or something like that.
Maybe you can. Can you tell something harder, more concrete?
Okay, well, in this case, let's do the obvious thing, in which is that not only if we lose, not only do we get lost, but the bear catches us again.
Nice. Really nice. So the bear captures your.
Not necessarily captures, but just he finds us again.
Yeah. Okay. Nice.
We'll see,
I will help you.
Yeah. Okay, so I think the sentence I'm going to involve is the only one I've got left, but I want to express myself like an animal, and what I do actually is try to see the marks on the ground and the traces in the dirt to find my way.
Okay. Mine is the flow. I had been hurt by the trees, and I'm tired, and it's hard for me. So I'm gonna use the claw marks phrase.
Okay. For my part, after my near-death experience and the killing of the old cunning crow, I am just I throw cunning crow in the water. I am spilling ice on the hole, so it is hidden and nobody will never find him. And I am taking my shaman clothes, peel after peel after peel. Comment? A lot of animal furs, mostly predators, wolf, bears, and even Orla's fur that are smelling the stench of death. I have this. I take in last. My breath is making a white cloud, and I am taking over my head the mask of the wolf. This is just a wood mask with a stick to it. The head of the wolf that has a gloomy grimace of hatred.
And so, what's the sentence that you use?
I want to continue the rituals of killing. I will catch the bear and kill him, and make a hut with his fur.
Okay. So let's roll the dice. Ah, shit.
For me,
It's a 2 for you? That's what you said, Orane? A 2?
yes, it's a 2.
3 suffering for my part.
Yeah, and it's a 4 for me. So the 2 kills our dice. And that's 1 sentence of sacrifice, which means that we win the conflict.
Yeah, and with the new rules, it is Orane that decides what happens of the sacrifice dice.
So, and I think, well, we were all in the conflict, so we can't refuse if you give it to us.
Yeah.
But just so you know, I've got only 1 sentence left. So if you give it to me, I'm out. That's. I mean, it can happen if you want that.
And so do I.
Oh yeah.
Okay. I think I'm gonna keep it, and I'm gonna cross my sentence. I want a big village with a lot of reindeers, because I lost my reindeers in the wood. I just forgot about them, and they're gone. I think we're never gonna find them again. And this hope
Okay, so thank you, because I actually lied and I wouldn't have been comfortable with losing my character.
I think tonight the wolves will dine under the moon.
But so it means that we find our way to Shaman Owl.
Yeah, we did.
Good news. Okay, so it takes us, I think, quite a lot of time. We probably actually lose track of time, and after a few hours, we arrive in sight of Shaman Owl's giant tree, and I'm so tired. I don't say anything. I just pointed to you with my finger, and we advance towards it. Just to be clear, Thomas, the frozen lake on which you were is where? Is it south of the village by any chance?
Just what you prefer.
Well, because I was thinking that maybe you see us in the distance approaching Shaman Owl's tree.
Okay, nice. So the lake was close to Shaman Owl's cabin in the trees. Something like that.
More or less.
Okay.
All right. Well, and I'm ending my turn here.
Nice.
So we are working to Shaman Hall. You showed me our cabin.
Yeah.
It's we go there. I think I didn't even knock the door. I just opened the door and go in, and I feel like I'm really tired and I want to cry, and I just hope Shaman Hall is there and she can help us. And maybe someone wants to play her. I don't know.
As your two characters are in the cabin, maybe I can play Shaman Hall. Are you okay? Huh? You didn't see Shaman Wolf. She just killed the bear behind your tracks. You didn't see her.
Killer.
And the cabin of Shaman Hall is very messy. A lot of pots are spilled on the floor. There are tons of herbs hanged on the roof. And Shaman Wolf, she's...
Shaman Owl, you mean?
Shaman Hall, excuse me. She's cooking some medicine soup in a cauldron.
Well, I think she can see that we are very tired and cold.
Yeah,
so she probably offers.
She took a certain time to realize.
Yeah, because I'm waiting for her to see us. I'm very respectful of shamans, so I don't dare interrupt him.
Because of your respect, maybe you don't notice, but she's quite confused, and she's smelling because she peed on herself. She's so old, and you don't see her face. Her face is just the face of the owl pinned on a wood. How would you say? A wood piece.
Yeah.
And she's old. She's shivering. She has some. She's walking just foot after foot after foot. And what happened to yourself?
Shaman Hall, something horrible happened. I think Cunning Crow's dead.
What?
Yeah, I'm not sure, but I'm sorry I didn't told you, but it was, I don't know, something happened. I felt hands on my neck and on his neck, and I don't know.
It's probably the same force which is driving the animals wild. I was with Shaman Bear, and this bear just attacked me, and he was supposed to be friendly. I'm sure Shaman Bear wouldn't have put me in a situation of danger. Mm-hmm. Something terrible is happening. The balance of things is being I don't know. Help us, Shaman Owl.
And Shaman Wolf takes you in her arms and asks you to sing.
We,
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
I try to sing, but my mouth is too cold, and so I
Just
just shiver.
a second. I must be AFK during 1 minute.
Yeah, sure. So in this case, well, during the singing of Shaman Owl, I take you aside, slow crow, and I say, what did you say about cunning crow? Like how do you know that is?
I'm not sure. You know, we were close. We have the same name, and in
Did you
I I'm not sure, but it was so weird, and I was just
did you see who killed him? Why? How did it happen? Was it an animal?
no, I don't think so. I think it was a human. I just felt these hands against my neck, and uh, I don't know.
Humans killing humans. That's not right.
Yeah, that's not. I'm so sorry. I know he was of your family, and I didn't tell you, but uh,
I will avenge his death.
Mm,
I swear on my life.
Okay. Shaman Wolf is talking very softly, and she says, "Drink this medicine potion. It will calm your spirits and appease your hurts, and maybe you will have a vision that will make the things more clear."
I look slow crow in the eyes, and I ask you, will you help me avenge Cunning Crow's death?
oh yeah, sure. I'll help you. I promise.
And in this case, I take the medicine and I drink it
Okay.
in one big gulp.
I follow him in the same
Okay.
movement.
Shaman Wolf, she starts doing the drum. This is a big drum made with the skin of a reindeer, of a very old one. And the sound is something like coming from the abyss, coming from the deeper darkness of time. The potion has a very strong taste. It's very difficult to restrain you from vomiting it.
I was going to say exactly that. So.
Because maybe you don't know, but the potion is Shaman Wolf is getting pretty senile. She doesn't accept that his time has come, and she continues giving advices and making potions, but both are more and more rotten, and so this is quite. She did a failure cooking a potion, and so maybe you will meet some problems during your vision. Okay. What should you say?
What did you say, Com?
No, sorry. I just wanted to remind that this was your turn actually. So.
Yeah. I was thinking I could stop there and let Shaman Wolf maybe start her turn, and because maybe
So
you could have heard that I was saying that Cunning Crow.
So you end without a conflict?
Yes, it's okay.
Okay. So in this case, you have to roll.
Yep. Yeah. It's a 9. so it hurts again.
Sure.
Maybe you have a vision about herds?
Yeah. All my reindeers are gone, and I feel like we will never have this big herd I was dreaming of again. So in this vision, I saw all the reindeers dead. They will never nourish us again, and I don't know why I'm very confused. I feel like it's my fault for failing at something, but I don't know how or when. And um, my sentence is gonna be uh, I want to find a way to live without the hurt.
Okay. So this is my turn. The scene takes place a little bit later, another day, or maybe rather another night, because maybe day will never come. And this is time for the reindeer celebration. The problem is there is very few reindeers left, because the main herd was under your responsibility.
Mm.
But there are still some. They got quite fast, quite fat during the past seasons, and it's time to eat them, to eat their flesh, and to make huts with their skin, and to make weapons with their how would you say, with their horns. And this is a very big celebration. There is a big fire in the middle of the village. Maybe not so big than in the past, because they made just one big log per reindeer in the herd. So the small the herd is, the small the fire is. But it's still a fest. This is a celebration. Everybody is here. There is a village council, because all the adults can be part of the decision for the village, and so everybody is talking. This is quite celebration and politics time in the same while. And you can hear the drums, you can hear the songs, you can hear the children's, you can hear the elders who are telling the old tales from the past, who are dealing the precious and last memories of our people and our culture. And this is my role as Shaman Wolf, to kill the first and the oldest reindeer of the herd. I think you're something. You're somewhere in the village in the celebration. Are you okay with that?
Yeah.
Wait, I'm there, and this last this reindeer you're gonna kill. Maybe it's the oldest, but since a lot of the reindeers have been lost, he is not so old. He's almost a young reindeer, and I do not agree that you kill him. May, uh, maybe I'm gonna confront you and say you can kill him. It's one of the last good rangers we have, and we if you kill it right now, the herd is gone. We don't have a lot of good adults, and this one is not even old. So please don't do this, Shaman Wolf.
Nice. Okay, let's pretend you said that, and I think maybe we will make a conflict just a little bit later.
Yeah.
During the killing ritual, I think it will be more theatrical. Are you okay?
Yeah, I am.
I think people get angry. Red Mouse he says that the four shamans are beginning bad guides for the village. He says that Shaman Wolf is getting senile and giving bad advices and bad potions. Hey, he says that Shaman Reindeer failed in protecting the herd. He says that Shaman Beer is endangering the villagers. He's bringing young men to beer. So,
I'm looking at my shoes.
so is he the friend of the humans or the friend of the beers? More and more villagers get lost in the cold, and it seems that shaman beers do nothing. And Red Mouse says that Shaman Wolf is just a psychopathic person and is just the weaponed arm of the shamans. He's just acting like the sled dogs for the shamans, and maybe it's time to end her reign.
And what? So sorry. What's the reaction? What's your reaction, Shaman Wolf, to that?
I think that for the moment, Shaman Wolf is staying quiet. She's counting on the killing ritual to show a power again.
So you can see in the crowd that there are villagers who strongly disagree with what Red Mouse just said. They say like, you're just a child. What do you know? How dare you question our ancient rituals? But on the other hand, you can see that for some other villagers, they whisper, and you can see also in their eyes that they kind of agree with him, even if they don't dare say it out loud. And so probably Red Mouse doesn't say anything more. He just crosses his arm and he's just letting the doubt grow inside the people's mind.
Yeah, and so the divided maybe further in time, the more divided the village will get, the more reckless Red Mouse will go.
Sure.
In the meanwhile, the shamans themselves get divided because Shaman Wolf killed the favorite polar bear of Shaman Bear. Because Shaman Hall refused to resign. And because Shaman Reindeer is thinking that Shaman Wolf failed at protecting the reindeers. She should have killed the wolves who hate the reindeers, and she preferred killing the bear. And so the riot is also growing in the just inside the huts of the shamans. Okay. Are you okay to say that it's time for killing ritual?
Mm-hmm.
So just in the middle of the village, in front of the meager fire, under the sullen stars that are just switching off when after when after when. There is the older reindeer, but it's just a young reindeer, just quite an adult, but not so old. And he has silver garments and pendants on his fur. He is each family from the village gave it a garment, and so it's awesome animal that is going to be killed tonight. And Shaman Wolf is stepping in her costume full of black furs, and with her mask grimacing with hatred, and she is raising her knife. It's time to killing, and the reindeer is staring at her. Are you okay to make a conflict?
Yeah. As Shaman Wolf is arming a weapon, maybe I'm just going under and saying stop, and I'm following by Red Mouse, who helps me to arrest you, if we can.
Okay. So if you win, I failed at kill the reindeer, and I am under your arrest. That's okay?
Okay.
I'm going to ally myself with you, Shaman Wolf, because I don't see why it's wrong to kill the reindeer. After all, it's the way we've always done it, and it's the way of the
law of
animal.
nature.
Yeah, it's the law of nature. So,
Yeah.
so I'm giving you my die.
In the vision, the reindeer didn't accept its fate, but in the meanwhile, during the celebration, it seems like the reindeer is ready to die. He's not defending himself. Itself. But inside of myself, I am full with doubt because I remember the vision. And in the meanwhile, I know that I must kill to preserve my authority. And so I'm just I'm just trying to push you over Slow Crow and Red Mouse and to kill the reindeer. So when dice for me, I want to continue the rituals of killing.
Wait, because she didn't say the die that she was using.
I feel like we shouldn't kill the reindeer, and I feel that's the only way we can save the herd. But in the same time, it's a flaw because I kinda hope that you kill him, so the herd is gone, and we'll have to find another way to live. Because I feel like there are no other solutions. But I can say that. I can even think that. So I prefer to oppose you. I'm gonna use I want to find a way to live without the herd as a flaw to
Okay.
roll one dice. And I have an idea if you agree with it. When you have your arms on your weapon ready to kill this being, I recognize your arms I felt on my neck. And I know if it's okay with you.
Yeah, nice. Very nice.
I know that it's you who killed Cunning Crow. And right now we are in the conflict, in the fight, and I don't know how I can say it, but I'm sure it's you, and I can't let you kill anyone or anything else. You have to stop. I have to stop you, and during the conflict, I'm gonna say it's you. I know it's you. You kill Cunning Crow, and I'm rolling on the dice for this one.
Nice.
All right.
I answer, this is the law. This is the law of nature. I obtain a 6, that is a suffering.
And I got a 12 dice of power.
I've got 11 and a 7.
So
Okay,
suffering
11
and
is a power dice, and suffering and power dice.
So
So
you get the same result.
yes, this is equality. So we can decide together for a compromise situation, or we can roll again. I have an idea. What do you think of that? I kill the reindeer, and after you bring me under arrest.
Okay.
That's fine for you, Wild Cub?
Oh well, I was siding with you, so yeah, killing the reindeer is the priority. As long as the ritual is respected, that's
yeah. Okay. So many people, not only Red Mouse and Slow Claw, I think, are taking me to a hut where I get imprisoned, and this is my sentence of suffering. I will. My team dice is animism. Huh. I think people are abandoning the rituals, something like that.
right. You think it's not an attack against you; it's an attack against the ritual.
Against the tradition, yeah.
Do I have to roll a die?
Two dice, because you got twice a suffering dice and a power dice. So there is something positive and something negative after the conflict.
Okay, that's a 10 and a 6. 10 is loneliness. 6 is nature.
And I get a 3 as a sentence of power. I know what I'm going to write. So while you're thinking about yours, Orane, if that's okay.
Yeah.
So what happens is that I just look at the whole scene, both the killing and Shaman Wolf's arrest, with a very detached air. Like I don't really care. I'm becoming more and more indifferent to the situation of the village, and in fact, I've been thinking a lot about what Shaman Bear has done with me, and I'm convinced that it was not a mistake to bring me to the bear. And now I understand what he wanted. He wanted to show me that I should stop living like a human and start living more like an animal, like a polar bear. And so I think that after whatever happens here, I'm going to go out and live in the cold. And the coldness of my art echoes the cold in which I'm going to live. So probably my sentence is going to be something like, I'm going to be able to resist the cold weather because my art itself is cold. See what I mean? So like I don't fear ice anymore. I don't fear ice anymore because my heart because my heart itself is frozen or something like that.
Okay. And so you want to go to the north?
We'll see. Let's end this scene and then we'll see, because Orane still has to write her 2 sentences.
Okay.
Yeah. I was thinking I could use. I fought with Red Mouse and we were together, and now I'm really acquired to his cause. I'm gonna follow him and I trust him. And with loneliness, I'm gonna say it's me and Red Mouse against the world. We are the only one that can change things. I can make the things better, and we don't trust anyone else. Maybe I'm gonna my phrase is gonna be this:
Okay.
me and Red Mouse are the only one, and we can trust anyone.
Nice.
And I have another sentence with nature, and it must be negative. If you have some suggestions, I'm open, but I don't really know.
Do you worry about the fate of nature now that the reindeer is dead?
I was thinking more about the village and the people,
Okay.
but how can I put it?
Something like that. You think that the village won't survive the dangers from the nature?
Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah, just do this. So, I don't think the village can survive the danger of the nature.
Okay, so the situation is getting more and more optimistic. And now this is Wild Cub's turn.
Yeah, that's how we do things in my spell. Do you, Slow Crow? Do you approach me? Do you? Oh, sorry. So you said it out loud that it was Shaman Wolf.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, in this case, Shaman Wolf is probably locked away somewhere, waiting for the trial, right?
Yeah.
Well, I think I'm not going to let the trial happen. I think I'm going to go and see Shaman Wolf right now. And I think I've got a knife in my belt who wants to say something to Shaman Wolf.
Oh, okay. So, remember of Cunning Crow?
And I'm yeah, exactly. Yeah, in memory of Cunning Crow. But I'm not going to I'm not saying anything to anyone. So what happens is, a few hours later, like most of the villagers have gone to sleep after the feast, the ritual in the feast, even though the feast was not a very memorable one, because there was not much to eat. So people mostly people mostly pretended to be happy, but we could see in everyone's eyes that they were not, and not only because of the food, but also because of the seeds of doubt that Red Mouse had sowed in their minds.
Maybe even the more outbursting scenes of the party were not so optimistic, because people brought vodka from the outside, and
exactly. Yeah, I was going to say that people got drunk, and so the dances were very sad. It was really not a good sight to see. And so a few hours later, I just quietly go out of my place, and you can see, even though there are not a lot of stars in the sky, you can see little lights gleaming on the edge of my knife as I approach the hut where Shaman Wolf is staying, and I whisper something like, "I'll prove myself to you, Shaman Bear. It's the law of nature. Bears kill wolves."
Maybe we can say something more about the prison of
Sure.
Shaman Wolf. Make it more theatrical, something like that. I think it's branches cage hanging over a huge tree, something like that. So I am imprisoned, maybe something like 10 feet over the ground, and so
Yeah.
you have to climb to fetch and kill me.
Okay, so I begin to climb, and so
This is the biggest oak of the country.
right, and so at the beginning you don't notice me, but probably after a few minutes, you can see me silently climbing the tree.
Okay, and you can hear the permafrost cracking with a disturbing noise.
And you can see in my eyes exactly the same kind of color as the permafrost and the ice. Like my eyes themselves have become white as ice, and you can see that I'm well. I think you can guess my intentions.
Okay.
So that's going to be conflict, I guess.
Yeah. I pull my mask over so you can see my face. I am staring at you, saying, "Okay, let's see if you could be the next Shaman Wolf."
I don't want to be the next Shaman Wolf. I want you to be the end of all wolves. You killed a human. That's against nature. I'm going to make things right. Shaman there will be proud of me.
Just a question. Where are you in the transformation process?
Well, you can see that my now that I'm closer to you, you can see that my skin is a mix of fur and ice. Like there's something very hairy about me that wasn't there before, but at the same time, most of my skin is very pale and even probably glistening under the sky. So it's as if fur was growing on patches of ice in a way.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like probably I could hide it with some clothes and things like that, but right now, and especially since my anger is at its maximum, it's very visible.
Okay, so I think this will be the last time to fight each other, because by the further moon, you will be an animal, and I won't kill animals anymore. It's over.
Okay.
Because I saw the future, and I want to be the weaponed arm of our fate anymore.
Yeah. All right. I'm thinking, because I'm not sure my objective is to kill you actually. I think probably if you agree with that, because it's going to be a little graphic in a way, but probably for me, something like cutting your limbs, like cutting your arms and legs or something like that is probably a more satisfying way to punish you, because then you'll have
Oh
to
man,
live with that.
it's harsh. Okay, nice. I agree. So you want to mutilate me?
Or yeah. Okay. Or I have
So I won't hunt anymore.
exactly. So that's the end of hunting for you.
Nice.
So that's my objective.
My objective is that you killed me, maybe accidentally, maybe just because I want it, and I am the best warrior of a country, and so if I want to be killed in a fight, it's just up to me. And after you become the next Shaman Wolf, and your role will be to persuade the villagers to not kill animals anymore.
Oh,
And
that's a lot of things at once. I think
okay,
I agree to. Okay, let's say if I lose, I become the next Shaman Wolf against my
okay,
will.
that's okay. You so
Then
you lessen the consequences.
yeah,
That's not a
exactly. Yeah.
problem.
And then maybe the thing about the vision is probably in another conflict or something like that.
Nice. Okay.
All right, so I'm going to involve my two sentences. I want to be like an animal, and I don't fear ice anymore. My heart is frozen, so I have no remorse in mutilating you.
I tear a branch from my cage. And get wider, and I want to continue the rituals of killing. Maybe it's my last one, and I'm not afraid to spill the blood. The blood of the reindeer covers myself. Just one sentence, and people abandon the rituals, and so I prefer dying than abandoning the ideas of the shamans, and so I prefer dying and forming the next shaman that preserving my life. Okay, two dice for me.
And through crowd, do you ally yourself with one of us?
You
No,
can stay neutral if you
yeah,
want.
I'm gonna stay neutral on this one. I think the two objectives are good, and slow crawl.
You can, if you want, you can bring dices to each other if you want. It's also possible.
To give like one die to me and one die to you. Oh, okay.
If your character is mentally divided between the two camps, between the two teams.
Yeah, but that's not what you said. You said you were neutral.
Yeah, I just say it just so you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna stay neutral on this one.
Nice.
All right. Okay.
One sacrifice.
I got a 5 and a 6. 2 suffering.
Okay, I win.
Ah, shit. Okay.
And so you, we are fighting each other's, and you can, I can feel the strength of a bear running through your blood. That's that's striking.
I lose all my. I become unaware of what I'm doing, so I really become wild.
I am very admirative, and in the same way, my arms and all my fighting techniques and even my wildness are stronger than yours, and I am grabbing you. I hurt yourself with my branch till the bone. But just in the end, I am taking your knife and I am plunging it into my own heart. And in the name of my blood, you're the next Shaman Wolf.
Yeah,
I love you, my apprentice.
I look at what I did. I've got my hands are full of blood, and without really realizing what I'm doing, I just pick up your mask and I slowly put it on my face.
Nice.
So I get one sentence of suffering.
I strike out. I want to continue the rituals of killing because for me it's over. I could run a new character, but I won't. I just want to be kind of spectator of the end, maybe playing NPC if necessary.
Okay. I got ice. I got shadows as my sentence of suffering. So I think I'm going to write something like I become Shaman Wolf as the shadows cloud my senses. So I really lose myself in this new role. My whole identity as Wild Cub is disappearing, and I'm becoming something in between. Like I'm not exactly like the previous Shaman Wolf, but I'm not like myself anymore.
Yeah. Maybe you're kind of mix between bear and wolf.
Yeah. And in any case, when day arrives and when the sun, the small and frail sun rises, and people come to fetch Shaman Wolf for the trail, they see me. I think I'm sitting down in the cage actually with the body of the previous Shaman Wolf still next to me. There's already a little bit of, well, no, it's very cold, so decomposition is probably all right. And I'm just staring in the distance. And when they call me they call Wild Cub, what have you done with Shaman Wolf? And I just jump out of the cage and land in front of them, and I very coldly say with a voice as cold as ice, I'm the new Shaman Wolf now. Don't think about him anymore. And I'm not waiting for them to react, and I just enter. I just go out to the east of the village and enter the log house where Shaman Wolf lives. And that's it for me, right?
Okay, so you end your turn.
Yeah.
Well,
I think you get the time for 1 or 2 turns, just like you want.
okay. Well, I'm with Red Mouse, and we know what happened. All the village know. You kill Shaman Wolf. You're Shaman Wolf now, and I don't know, since the running in the forest and when we were lost, I never thought you'll become the murderer I saw when I felt Shaman Wolf's hands on the neck of Cunning Crow. And we had a victory at the Reindeer Fest, but I'm sad for what you have done. And I feel like you've just become Shaman Wolf, and that's what happened. You killed like she did, and I'm gonna go to see you and try to, I don't know, maybe bring you back. I know that it's impossible, but I want to see Wild Cub. I don't want to see Shaman Wolf again, and I'm gonna find you. Maybe in the place where Shaman Wolf used to live. That's now your place. I'm gonna enter and talk to you and say, Wild Cub, I know you're still there. I don't think you would have done this. Why did you do this? You're the same as Shaman Wolf now. You're killing others, people.
So you can see that the inside of the well, before you enter the hut, you can see that there I don't think there were lots of things in the hut before, but now there's nothing like the pots and the small stuff that was in the house. I just threw it out, and so when you enter the hut, it's just me sitting cross-legged in the darkness in the middle of the hut, and I'm listening to you, and as you plead to me, I'm growling like this. But at the same time, you can see, you can feel that Wild Cub is still there. It's not clear how much, but you sense that there's still a spark of me left in a way. And I say, I didn't break any rules. I did what had to be done. The balance is restored now.
It wasn't about the rules. It was about, I don't know.
Don't you see? Don't you see that animals? It's the animals we must follow. The rules of men are no good. Trials and feasts, eating more than we have to eat, losing our minds to music and dances and conversations.
But you don't understand. By becoming Shaman Wolf, you're all again renewing all the rituals.
No, I'm not.
It's not right.
I'm not like the. He didn't see how I see. I understand. He didn't. I'm not like him. I can make things better. You'll see. I'll be a better Shaman Wolf than he was.
You still want to lead us. You used violence. That's Shaman Wolf I knew, and you did the same. It's exactly the same, and it's all beginning all over. And I don't want this.
I had to use violence because he killed a human. But now it's over. Trust me. I'm going to make things right.
How are you going to make things right? That's too late.
No, it's not too late. I can do something. I know I can. I think you've been spending too much time with Red Mouse. And I say that with especially icy tone.
On the village, at the same time as we are talking, Red Mouse is infecting all the villagers, and he wants to do a riot, and
probably villagers are already starting to gather weapons and.
What do you think about this? Maybe only Shaman Wolf has the power to stop the riot.
Yeah,
So if you do nothing, the 3 other shamans will be maybe they will be killed.
Yeah, and as you said that I spend too much time with him, I just can't answer to you because I love him and I don't know. I feel like he's right. I feel like we don't need the shamans and they just bring us conflict.
Okay, so
And I can't answer to you, but I feel like you're just the same Shaman Wolf.
so I stand up and I get very close to you because I assume that you're kind of blocking the entrance of the hut.
Yeah.
And I say, I'll make sure that you don't listen to Red Mouse anymore. I'll make sure that no one's listening to Red Mouse anymore.
Please don't do this.
It's the only way. You'll thank me. You'll see. So that's probably a conflict.
Yeah.
It's kind of ironic because as you can do everything you want with the dices, it's just the only way because you decided it.
Of course it is. Okay, so my objective, if I win, I kill Red Mouse and probably some villagers too, and peace is restored, but at the cost of a very scared village. Like the atmosphere in the village is going to be quite dark, I think. And what happens if you win the conflict?
If I win, Red Mouse is taking the power, and he and all the people in the village kills all the shamans.
Myself included? I don't mind. I mean, I think it's time to.
And he took the powers for him, and he became the leader of the village.
Okay.
So just so you know, so if you win, the villagers kill all the shamans, including Shaman Wolf. Shaman Wolf, you can refuse it, or you can ask for the death of Slow Claw. If you win.
No, I don't. I want her to contemplate what she's done when we're finished. No, that's perfectly all right for me.
Yeah, I have an idea if you win.
All right. So I'm going to involve my 3 sentences. So that's 3 dice for me.
For me, I'm gonna involve the phrase with me and Red Mouse, so the only one in the world, and I don't think the village can survive the danger of nature, so that's 2. And 9, I want to find a way to live without a herd. On maybe 12, I felt the pain of cunning crowd dying. I don't know if I should use it.
Well, yeah, I think you could, because in your mind, you said it. You said you're like the old
all seem related. That's nice.
Okay, so that's 4 for me.
So 4 against 3. All right, let's see how we do it. Okay, I've got 2 suffering and 1 power.
I got 8, 10, 2, 7, and I don't know.
What if you get a 2? A 2 is sacrifice. It's the only 2 that you got.
Yeah.
And no 1, right? Yeah. So the sacrifice kills all the other dice in your hand. So you end up with just 1 sacrifice die, but that's enough because it wins.
Yeah. So you win the conflict.
Yeah. So So I think as we are talking, I'm beginning to move towards you, and actually we are too late because Red Mouse and other villagers approach my hut, and they probably like push you aside or something, and then they just slaughter me on the spot.
Just a question. So, is Slowclaw getting involved in your slaughter or not?
No, I'm not. When they decide to kill you, I disagree with them. I
So
didn't wanted you to kill Shaman Wolf, and I don't want them to kill you. It's the same for me. And they're gonna kill all the shamans. Red Mouse is gonna take the power, but I can't stand this. I can't stay there, and I'm gonna leave the village after this. I love Red Mouse, but he went too far, and I'm gonna do what Cunning Crow did. I'm gonna go out in the snow, and I want just to die there, away from everyone.
So do you want to say a short epilogue when you
Well,
things like this?
in the village, there are no other shamans now. They're just Red Mouse, and he wants to let us to find another way to live. He's gonna make them leave the village and go to the south, maybe find another place, another way to live.
But for your part, you're walking away by yourself, alone.
And yeah, I'm walking away to the north, alone, and maybe I'm gonna find the body of Cunning Crow, and I'm gonna just lay down next to him and wait for the deaths, looking at the stars.
Okay. Anybody has a last word? That's fine. And so you're just lying by the side of Cunning Crow, and stars are switching off. When after when after when after when after when.